the reality that Africa is no longer a passive observer in the digital governance ecosystem. We are a region of 1.5 billion people, a young, vibrant population, and rapidly growing digital economy. But we are also a continent where inequalities persist, where infrastructure gaps remain wide, and where voices, especially those of women, youth, and marginalized communities, must be amplified and empowered. And so the team calls us to build a digital future that is not only connected and innovative, but one that is just, inclusive, and resilient. The 13th Annual African School of Internet Governance, AfriCSIG, is a cornerstone of our progress. It was convened by the Association for Progressive Communication, APC, the Information Society Division of the African Union, and Research ICT Africa. This significant event was held in collaboration with the United Nations Commission for Africa, UNECA, and the UN Internet Governance Forum Parliamentary Track, bringing together over 40 students and 18 faculty resource persons. Over the 2 decades, AfriCSIG has been a silent powerhouse, building a cadre of African digital governance experts who are shaping policy at national and regional levels. And at civil society leaders, engineers, researchers, entrepreneurs, and chairs of process like this very forum. AfriCSIG is proof that investing in capacity is investing in Africa's future, voice, and vision in global digital spaces. It is time to scale it, to support it, and integrate it further into our regional and national strategies. As we stand on the threat, the IGF must evolve, not in ways that compromise its openness and multi-stakeholder nature, but in ways that enhance its impact, accessibility, and implementation. It must better link the regional and national processes, and Africa must be at the center of those reforms. With clarity, Africa must speak with unity, and Africa must and the protection of human rights online, including freedom of expression, privacy, and safety. The GDC must not become a set of ideals diverse from implementation. Africa must push for actionable mechanisms with accountability and measurable outcomes. As we shape our path, we must also align the existing frameworks. The digital transformation strategy for the Africa 2020-2030 provides a roadmap for inclusive growth. Looking at the AU data policy framework, is a blueprint must serve the broader goals of integration, prosperity, and peace. Internally, our engagement with CIS+20, the GDC, E-Trade for all, ITUs, WTDC, and others must be strategic and value-driven. Africa must not only be consulted, we must be created creators ends in themselves. Our work must influence policy, change lives, and build systems that serve people, not just platforms. Stretch and above all with conviction. From AfriCSIC to Africa IGF, from WISIS Plus 20 to the GDC, our task is very clear: to ensure that the internet and all emerging digital technologies work for the many, not just for few, for development and not for division, and for dignity and not for domination. Equally, we must take charge of our digital sovereignty as a nation and as a continent. Our future lies in our own hands, and we must take charge now. Let us build the digital future together for a better and prosperous Africa. Thank you all. Asante sana.
Thank you, Honorable. We would like to recognize the presence of the UN Resident Coordinator for Tanzania, Ms. Susan Nomando. Thank you. We also would like to recognize the Global IGF Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Group Chair, Ms. Carol Roche. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Okay, next we will have Mr. Changatai Masengo. He is the head of the United Nations Secretariat for the Internet Governance Forum. He will be joining us online. Thank you, Changatai. Now we have a video message from Ms. Doreen Bogwan Martin from the Secretary General of the International Telecommunication Union. Sorry. Thank you.
On behalf of the International Telecommunication Union, I offer heartfelt congratulations to the United Republic of Tanzania on the launch of your revised foreign policy and on the documentary showcasing your global engagement since 1961. Tanzania joined the ITU in 1962 and has been an active member state ever since, serving on the ITU Council, the Radio Regulations Board, and contributing to the work of all three ITU sectors. A pivotal moment came in 1985 when the world gathered in Arusha to tackle the missing link, the urgent challenge of bringing every household on Earth within easy reach of a telephone. Tanzania was where the world committed to connectivity as a driver of development and opportunity for all of humanity. 40 years later, our shared vision continues to evolve. Today's missing links are meaningful access to the internet, digital skills, and emerging technologies like artificial intelligence. As we continue to shape our shared digital future, I have every confidence Tanzania will continue to lead with a foreign policy that embraces the infrastructure, innovation, and partnerships needed for everyone to thrive across the African region and beyond. I thank President Samia Suluhu Hassan for her commitment to multilateralism and digital diplomacy. And on behalf of the ITU family, I congratulate you again on these historic milestones. Thank you.
We'd like to recognize our partners, starting from ICANN, IZOG, in the EU, in the German Corporation, and all our local partners. Also the Secretariat partnership between UNECA and the African Union that will lead us to the next remark from Dr. Makta Sek. He's the Chief of Section for Emerging and Frontier Technologies, Innovation and Digital Transformation Section at the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Thank you.
Good morning. Bonjour, assalamu alaikum. Jambo. Honorable Minister of Communication and Technology of United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Mr. Lamin Jabi, my brother and friend, Minister of ICT and Innovation of the Gambia, Honorable Minister of ICT of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Deputy Minister ICT from South Africa, representative of the Minister of Chad, Mozambique, Member of Parliament, representative of UN Family, Chair of Member of the Parliament, Chair of the African IGF MAG, representative of youth, estimated delegate. It is an honor to host the 14th edition of African Internet Governance Forum. Let me begin by extending my deep appreciation to the government and people of the United Republic of Tanzania for hosting this important event. Our gratitude goes to His Excellency, Honorable Minister for Communication, Information and Technology, for ensuring that this annual meeting of Internet Governance Forum is both meaningful and inclusive for all. It is not the first time we have this collaboration with the minister. We organize also the African Union Commission, as well as the African Internet Governance Multi Advisory Group, chaired by my brother Elajimbo, and all stakeholders who contribute to this highly commitment with a few months. Several speakers already talked about on the objective of the Internet Governance Forum. But let me summarize quickly. It has been 20 years we adopted the World Summit of Information, particularly the Declaration of Principle and the working definition of Internet governance. The digital landscape, driven by the rapid technology advancement, such as generative AI, blockchain, and the expansion of Internet of Things, cybersecurity challenge, and all issues related to the environment present as both complex opportunity and challenge for Africa digital transformation. Let me highlight some issues. I'm going to start by the bad news before the good news. Africa is the least internet connectivity across the world, with 62% of our population offline. We have 82% coverage by the mobile network, but 70% people living in this area are not connected. Also, another issue, it is an application on issue on related to the content. When you look at internet now, on the local content, we have Kiswahili, we have also Amara and other language. They account for 0.1% on the web content. Means our local content, our local language are not well represented in the web. And in Africa, we have more than a lot of progress since 2005. In 2005, the connectivity was 2.1%. Today, we have 38% connected. Means with 2005, we have 17 million people connected. Now we have about 700 million people connected. I can give you a good example. Let's take the example of Tanzania. In 2005, Tanzania, the connectivity was 2.1%. Today, Tanzania has 75% connectivity. And Tanzania is among the 10 top countries leading connectivity in the continent, and the #1 in East Africa. I think, Honorable Minister, the country can come to learn how we increase connectivity. Also, we develop a lot of application in the rural area, rural sector. We have seen a lot of application in Kenya, in Ghana. It seems we are making a lot of progress. Also, all good news, Africa lead the mobile money revolution. We have 1.1 billion mobile money account, and the transaction is now 1.1 trillion million in transaction. This represents 74% of the world transaction. Let me come back to the theme today, empowering Africa digital future. This means there is an imperative to build a resilient framework, foster innovation, driven policy. We need innovation for our continent. With our youth population, we need to promote innovation and to put an adequate regulation. Also, we need this digital sovereignty and also an equitable access to technology for all. And we can expect a strong message to come from this meeting. And as the Economic Commission for Africa, we believe effort should focus on 6 points. The first, we need to build a resilient digital public infrastructure. It is a key now for the development. We need to harmonize our regulation to remove the barrier to connectivity as we are implementing the African Free Trade Area. Cybersecurity and privacy is a big challenge we need to overcome to this cyber crime. Private sector involvement is the key. Alone, government can't develop infrastructure and the digital technology. We need an involvement of the private sector in the development of the infrastructure. Multi-stakeholder approach, it is a key to tackle the challenge of digital technology in Africa. African Internet Governance Forum, it is a good example. The Global Internet Governance Forum is another one. And we hope we are going to expand to renew the mandate of IGF with a secure funding mechanism for the next 5 years. We need to develop also the competency, the digital skills for our youth generation. It's very important to be key actor in this industrial revolution. Allow me, before to conclude, to address our youth who will represent around 42% of the world youth by 2050. Yesterday, we had a very good youth summit. And the summit show our youth are very smart. And they have a lot of great ideas. I think you have, the representative of youth was in the podium now. It is, I think she had a very good speech. But let me say, as a young people, you are the architect of tomorrow's landscape. This landscape belongs to you. You will play an active and leading role as provider of digital goods and service as well consuming them. Your creativity, critical thinking, communication and collaboration as well as vision and passion for technology will determine the future of AI, cybersecurity, blockchain, and other fields. This forum is not just about discussion. It is about action, collaboration, and empowerment. It is about ensuring access, inclusivity, sustainability in the digital space. At UNECA and as a UN member, we are already have a global mandate to act under the Global Digital Compact and the WSIS Forum. Distinguished delegates, now in this decade of action is the best time to develop secure and reliable digital system. We at ACA stand ready to facilitate the process with African Union and all member states. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a successful and productive conference. Thank you.
Asante, asante, asante sana, Dr. Makta Sek, Chief of Section of the UNECA, for your kind remarks. Allow me to borrow from your very end of your remark when you said the young people are the architects of tomorrow's landscape. We have to bear this at mind and at heart. Let's give him another warm round of applause. Thank you so much. Guest of honor, the members of parliament present from all over Africa were introduced, but in their honor once again and their dedication, allow me to request them once again to rise so we can acknowledge once again your presence. All the members of parliament present, if you can please rise. Let's put our hands together for all of them. Fantastic. Our guest of honor is also a member of parliament, except he's also a minister but in a very special way, he is also representing the Deputy Prime Minister of the United Republic of Tanzania. Kindly take your seats. Thank you very much. Guests of honor, I'm sure you're aware that we have over 40 African countries, delegates present in this forum. So let's put our hands together for all of us present in this meeting. Allow me now, guest of honor, to invite Toto for your remarks as he comes. Let's give him a warm round of applause. Toto for your remarks as he comes. Let's give him a warm round of applause. Karibu sana. Applause. Karibu sana.